Hi. Uh,
Hi.
we said at the end of our last episode we were going to do a Q&A, and we even did an announcement video. And here it is for a Q&A thing, and we're answering questions, and it's going to be
I
cool.
announced it 4 times.
What's up?
I announced it 4 times.
Yeah, you did. You sure did. And I tried putting it on Facebook on my Facebook page, but Facebook pages don't like to put it out when there's a YouTube link on it, so it only sent it out to like one or two people, which is stupid. So anyway,
I posted it just on my regular
yeah, I
Facebook and
know.
got two very
I, I
sarcastic questions,
I
but
don't.
they're
I'm
funny.
afraid to even like put anything YouTube related on my own personal thing, cause like family and all that. I don't know.
I
Get used to it.
used to be like that. It really wasn't because of family. It was more because of clients that sometimes add me as friends,
Yeah.
as a friend. Because not all of my videos have a lot of work put into them. Some of them are really stupid. And they're just something I put together within seconds. All right, let's start the
All right.
Q&A, I guess. I don't really have anything
Okay.
other than it's mainly Q&A for one person, but that's sweet because he asked a lot of questions I
No, no,
actually
we
do want
got
to
we
answer.
got other questions from other people, and
He
they were
wrote those
very
questions.
nice. Well,
I like all the questions, actually. I think this is going to be a fun thing to do.
yeah. So let's
I'm not
not.
complaining about someone leaving a lot of questions, by the way.
Yeah.
I would love it if everyone did
Let's just
that.
not delay any of this, any of the inevitability, as they say. All right. So first
Okay.
question's from Xanderbrow. So what do you think about Plumber Knight and Super Mario World? Uh,
Eh,
we
do we
talked
think it's
about
going
this.
to be better than Stupid Mario Bros?
Mm. I mean,
Um,
honestly, God, we did talk about this with Chris and Jeremy on
we
episode
did
8,
we did
9.
do a full DuckCast if you're curious to go into like our expanded thoughts on it. Personally, I like both of them. I preferred Mario World being just funny without the story, and I preferred Plumber Night with the story and continuing past episode 20. But I guess that's not going to happen. And I mean, I don't know if I'll be. It's like from a technical standpoint, it's better than Stupid Mario Bros. I think Stupid Mario
Yeah,
Bros had more heart and passion put into it. I feel like it was a time where they were really just having a great time with everything they're doing now. Nowadays, it seems more like they're just trying to survive, which I feel for them with that.
yeah.
But I like it. I think that they put good work into it.
With me, it's like the question's more so of like, what did I think of it compared to now? Because it's like two different shows now, both of them. Like at first you liked them somewhat, and now they kind of both just kind of dove down, like face planted, nose dived like an airplane, just cataclysmic. And I don't know. It could be they both could be a lot better. And Plumber Knight, I honest to God think they should keep going with it. With it being
I agree.
with the whole thing being like the end of these characters' storylines and all that. It's kind of anticlimactic, especially like showing the darkness at the end of season 1 and then not showing him at all in season 2. It's like
I
that was
I
lame.
strongly agree.
It was
I think season two is good though. I agree that there's problems.
and
But yeah,
Mario World. I agree. Like it did start off fantastic with the humor and like if they kept the Deadpool humor, which is fine. You don't have to call it Deadpool humor. It's just sarcastic fourth wall humor. Like Deadpool didn't create that. I don't know if he has that mindset of like being too much like Deadpool, but it's completely fine if he does that. And I think
he
he should stick
makes the
with it.
second season like I know like if he made the second season like Deadpool where there was a big story and like fights, but he kept the humor in throughout the entire thing, I would really appreciate it. But I don't want it to be like there's these two serious episodes and out of nowhere you get a really silly
Yeah.
episode.
I mean,
Now
again,
that
like he's wanted to be like a director, I don't know, writer maybe for like all his life, most of his life. I mean, he should have a lot of experience like trying to mix that together well and make the flow a bit better. And he did show that with Mario Brothers. It's always been surprising, like the after Mario Brothers, like how it kind of dove down, because like we've seen him do these really clever ideas on things, and they pace out well, and then things just kind of they just didn't happen afterwards. Like he just kind of lost motivation. It was kind of sad. And like
I
we
don't
we've seen him do a lot of stuff like that, and he has the potential, and he has Chris Muller who gives ideas also, and like they're both great. They're
yeah,
both a great duo. I don't know if like Richie's writing a bunch of stuff and then calling Chris over like, "Hey, film with me this day." Um, like they're not just writing together anymore. They're just kind of filming together. Maybe that's the
mm-hmm.
problem. I don't know. Is Chris the missing
Yeah,
ingredient? Who knows?
The short run of it is, I think their old stuff is when they were really just having a lot more fun, and because they were having more fun, we were having more fun.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just kind of they occasionally release something that's really really good, but it's not every video anymore like it used to be.
Yeah. And I
Okay,
mean, they
next
got
question.
the yeah. Sorry, but just one little adding thing to Rich Alvarez because I get so passionate about the topic. I guess like Let's Cook
All right.
and Rich Vlog. It's okay. It's not my thing. Rich Vlog sometimes, but
I actually do watch Let's Cook occasionally.
me too.
I don't hate it.
I
I
I
don't.
watch it because I'm curious to see if it's actually getting better, but it's never for me. I'm just not into that kind of content. Uh,
Occasionally, it piques my interest a little bit. In like
it
just because
gets
some
you
of the stuff
hungry or
that's out
something.
is kind of cool. Some of the stuff they try, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. What's this? I want to see what that is. I like food,
Yeah, yeah, like just
but
gets you hungry or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
There's a show like that I watch called Bar Rescue. I don't know if you ever heard of it with
no,
John Taffer. Okay, it's this reality show, but it's really good. It's this guy who he really knows like the science of bars and all that. He goes to all the bars and that are failing and tries to fix them up. And I know we're off topic. I know that's why you're laughing, but like it's just I'm
no,
just
I'm
saying.
talking about something else.
I highly
There's
recommend
another
it.
show. There's another show, and I might have told you about this one. I definitely did. I tell everyone about called Nathan for You,
Okay.
about a guy who goes around trying to help fix people's businesses, like as they're going out of business. But it's a very silly show, and it's a reality show where the people that he goes to help aren't in on the joke, but he is completely. And it's a Comedy Central reality show,
Huh.
and he just basically gives them really bad advice and really bad ideas. And you'd have to. I'm not going to go into the description because it would take way too long. But anyone should watch
The
Nathan for You.
show
It's one of the
sounds familiar. I think I've heard of the show Nathan for You. I just don't remember like the face of the show at all, or what it was about.
Definitely watch it. You'll love it.
All right.
I'd say one of the best episodes to watch is Dumb Starbucks.
Anyway, so let's move on. I think there's a part two Xanderbrow's thing.
It was it.
Yeah, we answered this. Do you think they will ever be better? Oh wait, no. Do you think they will ever be better than
I
Stupid Mario Brothers?
I answered it. I
Oh,
said
you
I
did.
don't. I said, and I think from a technical standpoint, it is already better. From a how much fun it was to watch standpoint, not really.
Mm.
It was more fun back then. I'm not trying to give them a hard time. It just was. I like both the shows, by the way. I actually
Yeah.
do like both of them.
Okay. So we're off of Rich Alvarez finally.
We're gonna have a lot of Rich Alvarez questions though, because I know we got
Yeah.
several.
Not that many. I think a few. Yeah, but not as many as you might think.
He'll come back up. He'll
Yeah.
definitely come
Yeah.
back up.
Absolutely.
Next question.
Um. By the way, when I show these questions on screen, which I might just do you want me to? It's okay if I show your cousin's first and last name, or do you want me to blur that out?
I'll ask him.
Okay, I'll just say Christian for now. Mike's cousin Christian asked a question, and he said, "How did Mike get so darn cute?"
Ooh,
Come on,
Kurt.
hard-hitting
Uh,
question here.
how'd I get so darn cute?
The darndest of cuteness.
Um, think
Frame yourself better, by the way. You have so much above your head.
was
There you
that
go.
better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. Lean back. How'd I get so darn cute? Well, I think it happened around
Think about this
2000.
very hard.
I think it started happening around 2005 when I hit puberty and my voice immediately started to sound like this
That's a bit late, don't you think?
as a 10-year-old child.
You were born and everyone was like, God, he's ugly until puberty.
It took a little while. It took a little while. That's why I was asking, how'd you get so darn cute?
Okay.
I think it had something to do with
The X-Men serum.
no,
It's your superpower.
I fell off a bridge and like I hit my face really hard, and I feel like since my face wasn't pleasant before, it kind of like balanced things out a little bit.
Scientifically, that makes no sense whatsoever,
And
but
now
okay, go on.
it's just kind of every single minute I get cuter.
What's that robot chicken thing where Luke is like, that's highly unlikely?
I don't watch
Just
Robot Chicken.
cut to that scene. Uh, Alright, so you good? You done? You answered it?
I guess so. I wish I could have thought of something funnier to say.
No, it was fantastic. It was fine. All right, next is from our good pal Smarty Smart. Uh, what is the best ship in the group? For example, Michael X Zach, Austin X Dat Boy, etc. I honestly think it's you and me. Like, because
Yeah,
Mitzi made that
definitely
picture.
is.
Do you want me to show that picture, by the way? That Mitzi
Go
made?
for it.
Okay, so here it
Um,
is. Laugh, haha, it's beautiful. Okay,
this,
bye.
me and Zach have been shipped at least since the beginning of the Duck Brigade.
Yeah.
Probably before that. Before I was shipped with Nick, when because that was Mitzi, although Mitzi was the only one who was on board with that.
Hmm.
And then when it kind of became, she like actually talked to me and you. That's when it became me and you,
Yeah.
which I understand. I definitely don't think Austin and Stuart is the main one though.
I think
It's second place.
I think ours is so strong that it reaches into
Yeah,
reality.
yeah.
Don't you agree?
Besides,
Honey
I hate.
buns.
I mean, besides the fact that I hate your guts. Um,
Yeah, yeah, the
yeah,
constant back and forth we do on our channels, that's always happening, so consistent. Every
consistently,
week.
not just on your channel now.
Yeah.
I
You know,
don't
just
make fun of
you
you.
know whenever you show my face on a giant moon, that's obviously supposed to be an insult and not just a reference. It's obviously for the comeback thing. But you
I
know,
don't know. I'm just kind of weird with my sense of humor now.
you're
I
just
don't.
referencing me nowadays. You're not even like doing like insults anymore.
I used to be the way I used to make my videos is I used to just be like such an like my the joke was my character was an asshole.
Yeah.
So it was just constantly insulting other people. Nowadays it's like it's just confusion. That's my sense of humor. I
Yeah.
put stuff on the screen that doesn't make any fucking sense. And that's it. I think it's funny at the time, so I put it on there. Then like
Yeah.
a day later it's not funny anymore.
I think the more we do this, the more people are just going to be way more confused because like we're two very unknown people, and like the more we do this and the longer that this happens, it's going to be like this whole history that's going over people's heads, and no one's going to want to watch the history. Like they're going to have to backtrack into like other channels like Bemis 100 and whatever. Like no one's going to
Rivalry
find this.
only exists to me exists strongly in like I mean we story wise at least to me there's only two things where it kind of existed strongly and I'm sorry they're both my videos. One of them was the Bemis 100 movie and the other one was Michael Help Wanted season 2.
Yeah,
Those were the two me and you moments.
that was like you actually
100
made me like
movie.
a villain and all that, and actually
Yeah.
got this whole good versus evil thing, which
Yeah.
which before was just like two everymen just yelling at each other.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, what you did was pretty good. With the Bemis interview, it was just more like, you know, poke, poke, like a Facebook poke. But
Yeah.
anyway, you want to move
Anyway,
on?
let's move on.
Yeah. So next is from TV Nicholas Kraus. What projects do you guys have planned for the future?
I'll let you answer this first.
Okay, I got a couple. I've got channel reviews, which used to be this big review thing I used to do on my channel, but I'm rebranding it. Not rebranding, rebooting it. Not rebooting it. Changing it up.
Continue
What have you.
it.
It used to be in like my living room, and like I put the camera like across the table or whatever. And first of all, I've come a long way since then. Got a new camera first of all. I'm most likely going to use this blue curtain as a backdrop, most likely. Um, I'm gonna have to lug this table from like the garage into my room every single time I want to film, but whatever. And also, it's gonna be scripted this time because last time I just had notes written down on my phone and I just kind of improvised. And I think I honestly do have a lot to say, and when I improv, I don't really. I remember like editing channel reviews and being watching them back and being like, man, I could have said a lot more and into more detail and actually got my real thoughts out there and got like a discussion going, you know. There's a lot like the first one I'm doing, like not the top 10, but there's this dude I'm reviewing called Pointless Blog, and like I'm referencing Game Grumps in there and some other chick that I don't even watch, but reference her because she makes some decent content, like comparing stuff. And it's very interesting. I find it very interesting YouTube channels, and it's cool. And I hope you all like it when it comes out. Other than that, let me think. I'm trying to like still find more videos for like YouTube videos Nintendo version. Like I still want to continue that. This anime thing.
You're
I used
long
to,
done with that. Okay, cool.
yeah, I only did three of them and I like doing them. I just haven't had like the motivation to like go out and like really pay attention to a video and be like, can I use this? Can I use that? I don't know. May or may not be doing a web series. I honestly have no idea. I'm like in and out of the idea because of like casting choices and like it's like, are these the right people to get for the job or not? It's like I don't know. But other than that, oh, and also sketches and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Stuff like Ziff Pro, like if you count like the skits as like the Ziff Prod show, or as I count Bemis and Company like as the skits as like a show too.
Yeah,
Those are always best because you can bring continuity in it and you can have character development in it.
absolutely.
But you can also choose to rely on any characters that you want if you do
Like
that.
the sketch I'm working on now has me and Chris in it. And it absolutely is like an episode of Ziff Prod. Like it's
Yeah.
just our characters going to this like animated world, and it has Wally reference to it, like the main bad guy and whatnot. And even introducing some new characters. I might be casting like some people I've never even worked with before. Like I'm gonna go onto like YouTube forums and like because I know one or two that like people will absolutely be up for like voice acting and stuff, which I think would be pretty rad. Really big collaboration kind of thing with like little
Cool.
cameos for voices, but it would be pretty rad for like future down the road collaborations. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty
Nice.
rad. How about you? What you working on?
Well, I gotta finish across the fourth wall, and there's like three more episodes. And we're gonna get back into that in June. I really want to make more Bemis and Company because honestly, 2015 only had 4 episodes, and so far we are in the 5th month of 2016, and I just posted the first one,
Yeah.
which was Phantom of the Cornfield. I want to do more than that. That's not enough.
Do you have any films so far written?
There is one I'm working on, and it is a college project, which is the only reason I've been motivated to work on it.
Yeah.
That one will be released probably Friday because I have to present it on Thursday, so I'll just upload it on Friday then.
Mm.
Or hell, I actually might just upload it while I'm there on Thursday when I present it because the school's internet's really fast. So actually, tell you what, I might be going in on Wednesday to do some post production work, so there's a decent chance I'll just post it on Wednesday before I present it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Did you say across the fourth wall on cameraman?
Yeah, cameraman. I said across the fourth wall. Cameraman, I'm working on right now. Episode 3 is in production. There might be a big audio problem now, and I'm really hoping there's not. That plays throughout the entire episode.
Is it from the mic or from sound effects?
It's from the mic, and I don't know this for sure because I recorded 2 videos. One was the cameraman episode, and I was listening to the audio, and it sounded crystal clear, but I was not using headphones when I listened to the audio. And then there was another video where I was listening to it with the headphones, and without headphones, it sounded fine. With headphones, for some reason, it was fucked up. And I haven't tested it for cameraman yet. I really hope it's not, because episode 3 has taken so much fucking time.
What if you render it and then listen to it afterwards? You could delete it afterwards, but at least render it, see how that audio is once it's rendered.
Hopefully. I think I gotta keep what I have no matter what. We've put too much time into this damn episode, but it would suck if the audio was screwed
You
up.
could always do like a remastered version or director's cut, quote unquote, like to fix stuff afterwards.
Yeah,
You could always
maybe.
delete the upload too and re-upload it, but
As those are all projects I'm currently working on, though. As for like future stuff, I'm still trying to work on a comic, and now it's like making it to a point where I'm doing too much, and now it's like kind of hard to focus on the comic. But I want to keep working on that. There's 2 other projects I have in mind.
okay.
One of them would be very easy to do, and I likely will do it. The other one is like, I want to do it, but not only would it be hard, it's also probably an idea that other people would find as being stupid. And it'd be only someone who's been watching my content for a long time could get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one project is just to do, this is the easy, doable one, is Rich Alvarez month. Because the Rich Alvarez reviews are the ones that do the best. And I can say after both the Rise of the Critics episodes and every single time I've reviewed the shows, my opinion has changed like drastically. So if I did Rich Alvarez month, I would take a look at the original shows: Super Mario Bros., Plumber Night, Mario World, Click and Noise, that stupid video game show, and is there one other that I would look at?
You could also do like those random sketches, like the one where the husband and wife got kicked out of their house.
I probably wouldn't do skits.
Okay.
You
You could do Let's Cook with Richie and Jax. The
I won't review that. There's
famous
no reason.
one.
No. I was thinking maybe Smash and stuff, but really,
You could
nah,
do
there's not.
Wiki Richie. I mean, that's like a that was an interesting thing that happened there.
More looking at something for like the storytelling,
Mm.
because those five have that. Not that stupid video game show, but I just there needs to be at least
He
that
took
one.
off his old Arthur versus the whatever versus the Druids thing, but I found a channel that had like the whole first video of it, like a 20-minute long thing, I think, and I downloaded it. So if like you want to use that, I don't know.
Mm, I don't know. That one's the more doable one. The other one is because of. And I'm going to talk more about this later because of like my recent viewing of Marvel films.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna save. I'll actually go into detail about it when we get to one of Hail Hydra's questions.
Oh, he
Sorry
doesn't
we're
have a
taking
question.
so long, by the way, man. Because we're gonna answer all of your questions,
We're trying to get rid of all these stupid other questions first.
but the big thing is, I would love. And again, this is something that it would be hard to do. It's probably a stupid idea, and you would only be able to get into it if you watched all of my stuff in the past for years, which
Okay.
is not a wide demographic of people. Is I'd love to do an Avengers-styled short film where characters from all of my series kind of like join together, and it
Uh-huh.
would be a comedy still.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
like the idea
I
I
don't know
had,
how else you could explain it with not a comedy, but
yeah, the idea I had though is the main four characters. It was going to take a character from Michael Up Wanted, War of Cinema, Across the Fourth Wall, and Cameraman.
okay.
And it was just gonna be because like Ardoc, it's gonna like be a prequel to Across the Fourth Wall, which shows Ardoc traveling through like the different universes before he made it to Joel's world.
Mm.
And one of them was a person who told him about like gain access to Joel's world, is the one who basically told him about the universe that will finally get him across the wall, but you have to do something for me first. And that's where he's gonna be like he gets teamed up with three other people from different universes, and he has to track them down. One is the panda from Michael Help Wanted, one
Okay.
is Gump from War of Cinema, and the other one is Andrew from Cameraman. And Andrew, by the end of it, completely gets his memory wiped.
Are
But
you gonna make Tariq the Nick Fury of the group because he's black? Give him like an eye patch, make it like completely racist for this
no,
character.
he'd be a and Andrew, like the whole idea with that though is like the only reason they bring Andrew on is because like what they're doing, the person who's in charge of it wants to give it as much publicity as possible. So he gets Andrew on to like kind of videotape it. And the episode like at the prior to it, Andrew's like on some sort of drug or something, so he just considers the entire thing a hallucination.
You can add in like a Hulk character like Knuckle from Smash Pact. Just this little animated thing.
He wasn't in enough stuff, I don't think.
Come on, 3 or 4 episodes. It was alive. Very famous. Very popular.
I don't know about it though, and it would have other characters in it too that would make cameos. It's an idea that I would like, but it's just like there's almost no reason to do it.
Mm.
So I thought about it, and I even almost did it years ago. I'm sure you remember that.
Not
Years ago,
really.
it was going to be like it was going to be like four villains for my videos and four of like the heroes for my videos, and they were all going to go up against each other.
Mm.
Will Brower was actually going to play one of the villains, and we were going to do the whole he films this scene that I do mine, and I cut it. No, done. We're not doing it. You were going to be one of the villains, I believe, too.
Huh.
But
Always a villain. Chilling
yeah,
like a villain.
I
But
don't think
yeah,
I'll do that. It's an idea.
someday. So,
So
you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Here's
To
a
be fair, I'm not
cookie.
the only one who's gone on
Yeah.
on these questions.
Question from Nick something. I don't know if I should say the last name. I don't know. Favorite video games or video
If he's
game
willing to show
maybe.
his name, if he's willing to show his name online, we should probably be able to say it. But
If not, I'll put an annotation or a bunch of them over it afterwards once I upload it.
okay. What I'll say, I said we should probably start going through these questions a little quicker. By the way,
I don't care.
okay.
We're only at
This
24 minutes about,
we've answered like four questions. um, with favorite video games, I mean, my favorite games are pretty much I love the Elder Scroll games. I love a lot of RPGs like Undertale, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Fantasy Life, stuff like that. Those are my favorite games.
My favorite video game, like just a single video game that's my favorite of all time, is Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, which is a Zelda game that a lot of people don't really look at as much. They always go for like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past. Minish Cap is so um, what's it? What's the word? Underappreciated, under something else. Underappreciated is a good word too, I guess. But yeah, I think more people should play the game. It's very fun. It makes me happy whenever I play it. That and
My favorite
Tetris.
Tetris. My favorite Legend of Zelda game is Super Zelda Sunshine
Yeah,
for the Nintendo GameCube.
totally. I mean, the
I
story was
love
a
the
bit
little water
lackluster,
pack
but
guy you get on your back.
yeah. I'm just gonna move on to the next question if that's alright. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, so I think we finished everyone else's questions. Now it's time for the bonus rounds. The
It's time for
long-lasting
Hydra
bonus rounds.
Pass.
So now we're at Hail Hydra's extravaganza. Let's call it that. So here we
Okay,
go.
Hydra's extravaganza.
And to start it off,
I
what
think it's
is
just
your
gonna be at first. Like
what?
last show was like we finally mentioned him. We finally gave him acknowledgement on our show because he's been watching for a while, and
Yeah.
now I feel like we're just like kind of gonna bring him up every episode.
Oh man. All right. So to start off this extravaganza, here's a really fun, upbeat question. What is your opinion on Donald Trump?
So, is this like the question you're asking to determine whether or not you're allowed to watch me and Zach anymore?
Are
Based
you
off what
are
we
you
say here.
expecting a response when you're saying that? Because you had like a pause right there.
No, I'm talking to Hell Hydra.
Okay, well he's not gonna respond again, just so
I
you
was
know.
waiting for a response, Zach. You could
You
stop
kind of
talking.
paused there, like, are you gonna answer me, Hydra? Huh? No,
But
the Trump is cool. I dig him. He's all that in a bag
I
of
don't
potato chips.
politics, man. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna answer that.
I
I don't.
think.
I'm not a politician. I'm trying to be an entertainer, or at least an editor. Not a politician, so I'm
I
not
heard
gonna.
rumors. I heard rumors that he eats cookie boxes, not the cookies in the boxes, the cookie boxes.
I believe
He's a
that.
complete douche like that. I don't like it. Everything else is fine. Anyway.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now a serious question regarding your work. If there was something you'd like to improve in your work, projects, plot-wise, what would you like to improve on?
Plot wise, I'd like to keep doing what I do with cameraman, where I don't plan ahead too much and just kind of write it as I go along, because that avoids me planning something big for the future that I then want to cut out, but then something in the episode I already made doesn't make sense anymore.
Mm.
And that's basically what happens with me and Across the Fourth Wall all the time. I constantly do rewrites because I planned too much ahead, and it just wasn't a good idea. I need to I sometimes you do need to have the entire story finished before you can start filming it, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Writing's hard, especially if you try to add a complicated story like I did.
Uh,
Um,
as for my answer to that question, it's kind of like yours, except it kind of pertains more like comedy. It's still writing, but I mean, it's interesting that this topic is here because like I saw a Game Grumps episode of Dark Souls, and Dan and Aaron were even talking about comedy, where it's like, even Danny was saying it's like, you gotta make the stuff, which I completely agree with. Like you gotta make the stuff that you just find funny yourself, not necessarily that it's a joke, but it's funny.
mhm.
But even like they're saying like all these professionals or are experts on comedy themselves saying what is comedy. It's like, what? How do they even know? Because there's different interpretations of how comedy. Comedy's a very interesting topic. There's like no real definition to what it is, and like you know again, like I'm saying, like my problem with like writing stuff, making sure the jokes are jokes that I myself would laugh at, and I gotta make sure that others will laugh at also. It's not just a me thing; it's an everyone else thing. Uh, it's difficult, but it's always interesting. It's like every time I do something like this, it's like an experiment, like a social experiment, just or psychological experiment, seeing how the reactions will be. Especially when I like talk to people on Skype, like you guys and whatnot, and hearing
I
their
really
responses.
agree with that. When it comes to being funny, I
Because there's
just do
this
whatever.
whole thing
I
about it
literally,
that like no one, even if you're an expert on comedy, you even don't understand. There's like real no way to define it, and yet there
yeah,
is. It's fascinating. I
yeah.
love it.
I just say something that I would, yeah, like basically I do that. Like if it makes me laugh, I put it in my video.
Yeah.
And that
But again,
often backfires because often,
if it's
often
like
it's
a
funny at the
chuckle,
time and not later.
yeah. But again, like if it's like a chuckle, like that's cool and all, but like what actually gets you laughing out loud? Like that's the real stuff. Like for me, it's like stupid stuff like Oni or the Ego Raptor Game Grump, stuff,
Mm,
stupid stuff like that. But like,
yeah.
do I do punchlines or do I just do random things? I don't even know anymore. Honestly, my own sense of humor that I put in my videos, I can't really tell.
My humor is weird.
With my vlogs, I'm just like making my friends laugh, but that's its own type of humor. Anyway, so you want to move on? There's actually a part two to this. Um, what are some problems you would
Isn't
like
there?
to? What?
Isn't there like a three-part question
I
actually?
think so. What are some problems you would like to avoid in the plot? Plot holes, cliches, complications, etc.
Across the Fourth Wall kind of allows me to have cliches and plot holes since it's a story about storytelling.
Mm,
That's where it kind of gets the pass. Of course, anywhere else I would want to avoid it. I actually, when writing episode 4 of Cameraman, which I'm doing right now, I had to completely rewrite the beginning because I wrote in something that completely went against something that happened.
yeah.
I'll just say this: there's gonna no, I don't want to say it. Actually, never mind. I'll discuss it in a later episode. But once episode 4 is out, I'll say what it was. But there was something when I was writing the beginning of episode 4 with that, like with something I said in the first episode made no sense. So I had to completely rewrite the beginning.
I mean, as for me, I mean, I don't really have any like story stuff with my channel. I mean, sure, I do like episode feel kind of stuff, like what I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing now. But at the same time, it's nothing that like, ooh, really connects, makes these characters
Mm-hmm.
grow. Like, of course they grow, but I mean, like, I'm making sure they have morals at the
Yeah.
end. But at the same time, it's not like it's almost as if like you're watching these people for the first time. I mean, it's stuff like that. It's nothing that's
Uh-huh.
like goes on for like a millennia of like different
Yeah,
continuity
I'm
things,
definitely more of
like a
the
part one, part two thing.
storyteller
Yeah, you
between
are.
the two of us.
I'm
You're like making. I think your content to a great extent is like when you actually like, make something that isn't a vlog is a lot more likable
yeah.
because you got like the whole death the hug
When
thing. The skits are a lot more lighthearted.
yeah, when I was like saying about like the web series thing and like coming up with ideas for that, it's like I had ideas for like characters and their personalities and how characters would be connected and that would lead to more plots in episodes and whatnot, but nothing that would be like this overarching um at 3 act structure for the most part, for a miniseries, for like the whole series in general, a 3 act or 5 act structure, preferably 3 acts, but like I just can't do it because I don't have as much experience with it. Of course, I'll still keep trying. I mean, but at the same time, you'll always be better at storytelling, and I'll always be better at like just bringing. I don't want to say personality because you bring a lot more personality into your
It,
characters than I do.
you're
But
definitely better at making skits, and I'm just gonna say this now. You kind of like said this to me with the video, my most recent episode, which is true. A lot of my skits end abruptly. They don't really have an ending because
I don't
sometimes
say that. Your last one did. But I don't say about your other ones though.
um I'm
I
trying
mean,
to think of
if you
another
end it
example.
with like an outro, like
Yeah,
well, you used to do that actually. I don't know why you stopped, but if you end it with an
I
outro, that's
stopped.
fine.
I don't know why I stopped either. Actually, I think it's
It's a
just
good idea for like
yeah.
new viewers to the channel. Makes it look
I thought it
more
was a good outro
appealing.
too. Actually,
Yeah, like the what was it? The brick wall, right?
brick wall. Michael spray painted showed the dinosaur off the glass.
Wasn't there an
And
intro you had also like you falling off a roof, like face
yeah,
plant?
I used that. I didn't think it was good anymore, so I stopped.
Well, the
It
outro
was,
was still good.
but
Or something.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing that again. Maybe I
Yeah.
should. It's mainly just a matter of laziness, I guess.
Well, it's just putting in an outro. I mean, whenever I finish like editing like the whole big thing with the interviews and the montage, and I'm already sick and tired of looking at this video, you think I want to put in an outro? No, of course not. But I have to. I
Hmm.
make sure those things are positioned right. I make sure that there's
If I
clips in
don't want to
there
do it, I don't do
with the right
it.
parts in there. Lazy son of a
All right,
gun.
let's move on to part three because I know there's like another question within this question.
I think so. If there was another thing to improve in your work, what would you like to improve? So we answer that. For example, special effects. Like I don't know.
I want a nicer camera, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna save up for one this summer. That's about it. Special effects. Obviously, I need to get better at that. But I mean, I'm not gonna start using these big like 3D animation softwares. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick as an editor.
Yeah.
So editing wise, I mean, I've been told I'm good by clients, by my professors, by friends. I feel like I got editing down pretty good. Of course, I can always improve. But the only one I'm like really striving to improve on right now is just getting a better camera.
I think what
I think
I need
audio
to.
wise, I've also gotten better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like seeing your sketch, it was when I was watching it, I like realized that like, oh yeah, you have like an external mic that you're holding above the person's head. Like that's why I sound so close up, even though you're zoomed in with the camera. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. Like I don't have the setup for that, so I can't do that. I always have to keep the camera close by to the person to make the audio better. But like you have the ability to like just make it sound close and just keep the camera far away, which always makes a shot look great. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, what I have to improve on, get a video editor that knows my style of humor in video editing and hire him. That's what I
Yeah.
need. That's what I need to improve on. All right,
Um.
let's move on. Unless if you want to go on.
uh,
What?
so moving on.
Okay. uh. Oh, back to Super Mario Brothers. Oh boy. All
Yeah.
right.
What's the question?
Who would have wait, sorry. Who would have to be your favorite character or characters of Plumber Knight overall in season 1 and 2?
Um. Ness is the best character on the show.
I wish I saw more of him. Like he's cool and all, but
In season two, he became my favorite. Season one, his one appearance is good. Season two, he's my favorite. I love it. Look, who else? Who? I mean, Jekyll was a cool idea. I never really liked the performance of it too much.
the the girl who played Pauline in Mario Brothers that had that one scene and she died. She was my favorite character. She had such great motivation and great character
Uh,
development.
I don't dislike, really hate any
She
of them.
could
I'm
have
trying to
been a
think.
great character. She looked like she was a smart character who had like a backstory, but no, she just got choked to death. I don't know. She was eavesdropping and she died. Uh,
Oh,
I don't know. Uh,
I'm
I
like,
like the
I like
what?
Julian's character is corny as fuck. I like Julian's new character. I kind of like the detectives, but he died.
Wait, oh, the freaking what's his name? The big burly dude from Bad Guys. What's
Well,
his name? He played Hagrid.
yeah, he's Jekyll.
Jekyll. Yeah, I like him.
Jekyll. I said I liked the idea. I wasn't too crazy for the performance. Sorry, no
Mm.
offense. I mean, I think the guy who did it
I
does like is a good actor.
I like that episode where he says his backstory. Like he just talks about it. And, like that was just it gave me like chills. I love that. I thought
His
that was
death
cool.
scene, I think, is really cool.
I don't think
I
he should
think
have
it
been
was
killed though. I don't
what?
know. I don't think he should have been killed. Like that's just me saying like
I
there
think
should be
he
another
should
season of
be
the
killed.
show,
It was
but
still really good scene, though. It
yeah.
was still a really good death scene. I guess there's one other character I thought of who at first I wasn't too crazy for, but became really cool, but then got axed off, which is the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor could have had a lot more with him.
The mayor was so fucking cool
He
too.
was. He was. He was like a
Okay.
Terminator in a Mario world, in a real
That's my
world.
favorite,
That's trippy. Terminator in a Mario world in a real world.
though. All right,
Okay.
next question.
I think it's another Mario thing. Uh, who would have to be your favorite villains of Stupid Mario Brothers and Plumber Knight? And I'm guessing Mario World as well.
Villain. I'm trying to
Darkness,
think.
definitely. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like he came back a bunch of times. I just love that Joker kind. Like I do with my character Sicko. Like I just love that kind of personality. I
I
think it's rad.
liked if you're
I would
my
have loved
favorite.
to love Ganondorf, but like he just camped like Call of Duty kids, you know? He did nothing.
Yeah, I think he
Wow.
brings. I think Hail Hydra brings him up in another question. I'll dive more into my thoughts on Ganon then.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right. There is a Ganondorf question, isn't there?
I mean, when I was first watching it, Decius was kind of cool. I liked Wario as a villain. I'm also glad that he switched back sides. I wasn't that into the villains, though. Ever. I mean, I like Scott Masterson because he was funny.
Yeah. Well, comedic wise, I mean, like
Yeah,
he's not really that much of a
villain
villain.
wise, I really liked what they were doing with season 4, but I just don't like the conclusion. I think like what they did with Ken and Ryu was very interesting. Ken being a villain was really cool, but then they just made it. It just wasn't a thing anymore.
In season 5, all that they did was just like have their arms around each
Blair,
other and laugh and
I liked
smile.
Blair too, but then he was just like, oh, it's just a villain to bring the darkness back.
I did, yeah, I didn't like Blair up until sorry, I did like Blair up until his backstory. Like he's just some kid. Like I didn't like that. It was kind of lame.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
wasn't that into villains. I was into the main guys. Like that
yeah,
just made me laugh.
villains weren't exactly Richie's strong suit, except for when he was playing them. I think. Because like when you're the director and the writer, you get to really get into character when you're writing, directing what you're doing. Anyway,
Never hated darkness, but I never really.
yeah. Again, if he stuck around in season 2 of Plumber Night, oh boy.
Mm.
Favorite heroes in Stupid Mario.
Favorite
Wario,
hero?
probably Wario.
Yeah, Wario.
He's awesome.
He's
If you
funny.
were to be any villain, who would you be? I want to be me, my own villain. What do you mean? I want to be my OC, my original character. Bruh.
I'll also be Zach.
Oh, you'll also be me, is what you're saying?
I'm gonna
We'll,
try to
we'll
actually give him a
both be
serious
me.
answer. Who could I be? I don't really know. I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to kill people. I guess I'll be Professor
That's
Chaos
your side. I don't know
fun.
about you.
Because then it's just innocent fun. Then I guess I don't know. I don't want to fucking murder someone.
No one said
Who's a
about
villain
murder,
that
just slavery, you know. It's better than murder.
slavery?
Yeah.
I was watching the Coon episode yesterday with Professor Chaos. Like one of the police officers about to shoot him because he's gonna blow up a hospital. Do you think your bullets can do anything to him?
Yeah. Yeah, let's be the Coon. I like the Coon.
The Coon. I'd be the Coon. He's a villain
And I'll be
technically.
Mintberry Crunch. Mintberry Crunch. Love him. What would you like to do the most if you were that villain? Be
What?
that
I
villain?
picked
I don't
fucking
know. We gotta explain that.
Chaos, so I couldn't do anything.
I mean, you get your own
I'm
storage
sorry.
area.
I don't have a really good answer for this one. I really don't
All
know.
right, let's move on. Oh God, no. Oh, sorry, this is not Mario related. It's Batman related. Who would you? Wait, sorry. Who would have to be your favorite characters in the Dark Knight trilogy?
Joker.
Yeah, I
He was
hated
great.
I hated that version of Batman. I could not stand the voice. It was laughably bad.
Um, I
I
mean,
mean,
I think my opinion on the three Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan
yeah.
trilogy is first one was pretty entertaining. Second one was a masterpiece. Third one, I hate it.
Yeah.
And Bane was a cool villain, but I feel like that was the only good thing.
Oh,
I think
well,
his
he was
death
good up
pretty much
until a
deserved.
point. Like it was just
He was
the
definitely
the first
zero.
movie's villain's daughter. Oh boy, and she had no powers or no backstory really. I mean, a little bit, but no one really cared. It was just this woman.
Joker was Heath Ledger as the Joker was definitely the best part of that movie.
He most likely would have been a huge thing in the third movie if like the tragedy didn't happen. You know, like the death of Heath Ledger. But it is what it is. What are you doing?
Just turn on the lamp on because it's starting to get darker out.
Okay. I'm just gonna move on so that we don't have a lot of awkward silence here. What were your thoughts on the improvements for season 2 of Plumber Night? Another Rajalra's one, but go ahead.
I think that the story was definitely a lot more focused. I think that it does keep them at the house for too long, but like I think that it's still guilty stuff that my big problem with the first season. I like both the seasons for different reasons. I think the second one is a more like there's an actual story being told. I'm gonna turn this off until it gets darker because now my face is too bright.
It's fine.
Fuck you.
Well,
Use that. No, like the first season, I think is a lot more fun because it throws a lot more villains at you, throws a lot more fights at you, and it was just like there's constantly stuff happening. But because of it happens in a really weird and random order almost, and it's just like it seems like a very focused story. The second season dives more into these characters' development, has a lot more dialogue, and allows you to get to know people a lot more. And definitely, to me, tells a more interesting story than the first season did. But it lacks the fun that the first season had.
Uh,
Because we
I,
don't
I,
have
I
like the main.
I know I didn't really like season one that much, but I mean I still think it's a bit better than season two. I'm glad they took out the transitions, like those aerial transitions.
Yeah,
Those were so unnecessary.
that's an edit. That's more of an edited choice than a
But that's not really something
storytelling.
overall in the season. That's just about transitions. I'm just nitpicking right now. It's just like I haven't really nothing else to say about season two except like it was all right, but it got really boring after like a few episodes. Uh,
I like. I still liked it after a few episodes, but that's
I'm
just me.
sure like if I watched them in a row, which I think is how you're supposed to watch them.
We're having a connection issue.
I think so.
We're having minor connection issues.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
It's all good, man.
All right.
I think we're.
Yeah. It's something. I think it's just adding on to like the Plumber Night thing. Like they're not overusing the visuals anymore. They're getting more detailed and taking a bit of time. The development for Blue Hood, those sort of things, and that they're not killing off as many of the good characters. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
What development had Blue Hood?
Say that again. Sorry.
But how much development has Blue Hood really had, though?
Your connection's
Uh,
very bad.
God damn it.
It's like we hear you, but not good, and your image is so bad. Like,
You want to stop recording until we fix?
stop recording until we fix it. Got it. Okay. We'll be right back, everybody. Alright, so, Skype's stupid, and so is Mike's face. God, it's so ugly. You wonder why the Three Musketeers were only the Three Musketeers at the beginning, because they used to be four, but they didn't like Michael that much. They were like, do you agree? Yeah. Do you agree? Yeah. Do you agree? Yeah. How about you, Mike? And you're just like, "Bah!" And you're like, we should probably leave.
Let's keep answering
Okay.
questions.
Instead of insulting
Great.
Mike's facial area,
Zachary!
calm your tits. Okay. I don't appreciate your language right now. I really don't. All that you said was Zachary. It's like, I don't appreciate your language. Alright, what
Yeah,
characters
thanks
would you...
for explaining the joke.
You're such an ass. Alright, what characters would you like to see in Stupid Mario World Season 2? Frickin' Tingle from The Legend of Zelda. Just imagining this 40-year-old dude dressed up as a fairy. Like, really, with a belly, like, just popping out. That would be hilarious.
I want to see.
He has to fly with his balloon. Like a single balloon. Frickin' Tingle.
Bubsby.
Who's that?
Bubsby the Bobcat? You ever saw that JonTron episode?
Probably, but I
Bubsby!
forgot it.
Got a Bobcat, put a shirt on, it's Bubsby.
Okay. So that should be in this season 2 of Stupid Mario World.
I have no preferences. I'm cool with whoever goes in. Because, I mean, like, I guess a character, let me think of a character I'd like to see come back, I guess.
No, hold on. I'm going to text Rich Alvarez right now. I'm going to tell him to put on his Patreon for when he gets over $1 million on Patreon. He's going to put Bubsy the cat in Mario World
Bubsy.
Season 2.
Okay.
2 million for Tingle.
2 million
Oh,
for
boy.
Tingle.
Frickin' Tingle.
What characters could, like, come? I would like to see Waluigi again, to be honest.
Well, I think he's talking about,
Technically,
like...
we
I
did.
think he's talking about... Did he say new characters?
Yeah.
Nah, he doesn't say new. But, I mean, I'm assuming he means new.
I'm assuming it means new characters too, but I can't really think of any new characters I'd really care to see. I mean, like,
A pen that ran out of ink. That's who I want.
Samus, like stuff like Samus could
Oh my
always
god.
be kind
Well,
of.
Richie wants to do that too.
Yeah.
His Patreon goals. In Sonic, which is gonna be the
Maybe
CGI blob.
Now that it's kind of Linkle, I don't know if there's really a point anymore, but actually seeing Zelda wouldn't be that horrible either.
I like Linkle's thing that they did with it. It's like a whole Doctor Who thing, like regeneration.
I like it too, actually. I like
because
it.
it's not canon to the actual games. Like that's not what it is. and yet that's what Rajavra's in. I thought that was very clever. I hope they
Yeah,
actually do more with the character and whatnot.
it's a really good idea. I do hope they do more of it too.
Yeah, different personality but same dude, chick,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, let's move on. My phone turned off. Give me a hot, quick sec here. Who would have to be your favorite characters in the Dark Knight trilogy? Wait, we
We already
said that. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Oh, one for you. Ganondorf time. Okay, Michael, even though you didn't like Ganondorf in Season 5 of Mario Brothers, did you like that he put the whiny, overrated son of a bitch to darkness in his place? Oh
when
boy.
did he do that?
Episode 63, 65, when everyone's fighting, then darkness came in and they had their little thing, and darkness got
Uh,
knocked on his butt.
I didn't like Ganon, so I didn't really care. I thought Ganon was gonna be cool at first, but Ganon didn't do anything. He sat in the woods and talked, and then died.
Yeah.
Like all the evil
Man.
things to do.
It's,
First fight dead.
you
I know.
know,
I know.
You know how
I know.
sad that is because like I played Ocarina of Time recently and I beat it from beginning to end and Ganondorf's great in it. And now us talking about this is making me very depressed. It's like that's his legacy in Mario Brothers.
It's
Like that was
like
a stupid Mario Brothers, but goddamn, he was so it took that character seriously, man. It's not cool.
yeah.
I remember I don't know if I should say this in case if Richie watches.
I mean, I
It's
feel
something
like
that Kevin told me. I don't know if I should say.
maybe not. Then if it's actually like something that was said in private.
I don't know. I don't know if he told Richie or not. Like that's the thing. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, yeah. Oh well.
With yeah, I mean, I didn't like. I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't like Darkness in season 5, and I didn't like Ganon. I mean, I thought Darkness was cool, at least cool in the finale.
Yeah.
I don't think Ganon was cool in the finale.
I
I
don't
mean, I
know
love
why.
Matt,
I don't know why
but
they even have them face off
don't.
against each other. Like, I cool. Like this is the last season to have these characters face off at least once. But at the same time, it really should have been Decius and Darkness just to set that up for the final episode. Because as great
Yeah.
as that battle was in the final episode, there was just very little build up except for the beginning of the episode, like the backstory. I would have liked to see some setup during the season with them.
Yeah.
Like that's just good.
Yeah.
That's just good. Plot development there. I mean,
I didn't. I don't like the 5th season that much. I like some of the episodes, and I think the finale's pretty good, but
finale's
I didn't like
fantastic.
the 5th season. All
Um,
right, next question.
all right. Filming's. Oh no, wait. That's just a comment. That's not a question. Which cartoon characters do you see yourselves as? I don't know about cartoon characters, but I have been told I am a lot like Chandler from Friends because of my sarcasm. But
I kind of like said this in the last one a little bit. I kind of see myself as being a character like Gene from Bob's Burgers.
you've told me that. I don't know how
He
you do.
reminds he reminds me of myself, and whenever I bring it up to my brother, like he bases, yeah, no, I definitely see that.
Wait, no, didn't you
To
say
be
you were
fair,
like that when you were younger?
when I was younger, I'm not as much like definitely more when I was younger.
Yeah.
As for a character, but like very similar to that when I was younger. As of now, character that I can't think of a cartoon character that I really have. Like Gene is one of the first cartoon characters in a long time where I actually felt like a personal connection just because of, like I was like this kid. Like I was very similar.
Have you ever? This is not a cartoon character either. I'm just saying. But like, have you ever seen the movie 16 Candles?
Oh, yeah, it was just on TV the other day. That's like we're talking about like the '80s thing, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what was made in the '80s. Because I know there's like a Disney Channel movie with a very similar name, which is
Well, it's not
some of
Disney.
my sis-
Absolutely
some
not
of my
Disney.
some
But
of my sister watching it's awful. But 16 Candles I like.
you remember the nerdy kid, the
Mm,
blonde hair? My parents always say I look exactly like him, which I
I
definitely
don't.
see.
I
You
don't
don't
agree.
see? Okay, get a
I
side
think
by
we're
side
both-
picture then.
I think you guys have like the same body type, but that's about it.
Have you seen what he looks like now? Like he's in this AT&T commercial, and like he looks so different. It's so weird.
Mm,
Because he was
I
like a
guess-
scrawny little thing, and now he looks like a
He was
man.
also in Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Breakfast Club too. I haven't seen
Um,
the entire movie Breakfast Club. I've only seen parts of it.
I've seen the whole movie, and honest to God, I wasn't as crazy for it as I thought I would be. It's not. I don't think it's bad, but
Yeah.
everyone like praises it as
Um,
his masterpiece. See it as that.
Here's a question for you. If you were to animate some of your videos on the Bemis 100 or Bemis and Company channel, which videos would be animated? So a Game Grumps animated thing.
Across the fourth wall, if I was a talented animator, I could get someone get like a group of people who were talented animators. I think across the fourth wall would make more like would actually work well as an animated series.
Hmm. I read a
Um,
comment on one of Richie's videos recently. Like he's wanted to like make
I
was it
know,
yeah
I
Mario
saw it,
Brothers or something like animated. He's always wanted to do that.
and then he kept it going afterwards, so it could keep going on forever since it was
Yeah.
animated.
I mean, I hope he still continues to want to do stuff like that. Like that's a cool idea.
Yeah,
Just need the right person to help him out with that, but you know, over time. Uh,
yeah.
all right, next. Have you seen Matt's School of Bloopers on the Rich Alvarez channel? If so, have you done those kind of bloopers?
I have seen that video, and I think it's funny. My crew, right after watching that video, did it a lot. Nowadays, it's not too much. Tariq is definitely our Matt in that sense because he often screws up on purpose, but he does it in his own way. He doesn't really follow Matt's guidelines.
I don't really
Funny.
film with people that are that enthusiastic like that, I guess, during filming. I mean, sometimes like when we're doing a scene, but like at the most for the most part, we're very chill people, very mellow. I know for a fact if I was up there with you and you had me film a scene, I would be purposely trying to make bloopers, like absolutely, and I would be pissing you off. So yeah,
There's like a limit.
yeah,
I definitely feel for Richie in that video because there are times where they're screwing up a line on purpose to like kind of do something funny, and then there is flat out ignore me for over 10 minutes up
yeah.
to the point where I start fucking cursing you out.
Didn't Nick
Um,
do that once or twice?
I don't want to like.
Okay, okay, you don't have to answer that. It's fine.
No, like um I
I know.
appreciate everyone who films with me. Honest to God, I fucking love them for everything. But like when someone like agrees to help with something and then doesn't help at all and does nothing but distract other people, it makes me mad because you should have just not come over
Yeah.
then. Joking around is fine. I'm fine with that. But when you do, there's a certain time where you go 20 minutes without being actually doing your shot and just trying to fuck with me.
Like the sun
And that will
setting
get
and
me mad. And it's not. I'm not the only one on the set who gets mad when stuff like that happens.
yeah. Okay. Moving on. If you guys were to play GTA 5 online, would you all film the footage? I've never played the game, but it looks fun, and I would love to
I
film it.
played it. I would never really. I don't think I'd record it, but it's a fun game.
Hmm.
I like it.
I'd like to just like screw around with people online. I don't know. I think
I
Chris
never.
has it, and he keeps telling me like we should do this for my channel. We'll just swap back and forth, and it's like single player is cool and all, but like I think like playing a multiplayer, like two people with their own games, their own versions of the game, with their own uh, consoles to play with, like I think that's more fun. It's like
I don't play
Minecraft or Smash
online.
Bros or whatever, Triforce Heroes, just like people you know and just getting this group together and just screwing around
Yeah.
and
I don't.
recording
I
that would be
also
hilarious.
PS3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you did a thing with like Cody Team Fortress. It's like something like that, except with more of a bigger world, you know, more things
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually a really good video that Cody made.
Oh my god, I loved it. I remember telling him like, dude, your editing was fantastic, and he was like, really? And I'm like, dude, it was fantastic. It was like
Yeah, he did a good job.
the cuts were like so good, the comedic timing was great.
Yeah, no, he did a great job. He did a great job on that. I wish he'd do more. I mean, I'd actually have to play Team Fortress with him again to get more of that, but we should do it again.
If you're doing it again, let me know because I might download the game and I really want to join you guys. Um,
That'd be fun.
and Cody has to record or I should record. I don't know. It depends on my lag. So, what are your favorite and least favorite online memes?
There are good memes,
I don't
and
remember
there are
that
bad
many.
memes. Why has God abandoned us?
What was that from again?
That was from a Filthy Frank video.
That's right.
I don't
Yeah.
really. Like all memes can be funny at some point. Some are never funny, but like shit, like the John Cena meme, I thought
Yeah.
that was funny when it first came out, but people are still fucking doing that, and it's
When it
not
comes to
funny.
when I hear a meme, it's like I chuckle a bit, but it just like it's like a toilet. It just flushes afterwards, and I
Yeah,
just completely forget about it. Like I can't answer this question because of that.
that's
I
fine.
don't care
But
as much. I don't care so much. I don't remember any of these memes.
there's a point
Yeah.
with like any meme where you're not funny and you're just saying something because you'll think you'll get a reaction.
Yeah.
Because people thought this was funny before. I'll just post something about this now. It's stupid. Fuck
I
you.
rem I I've been like I think maybe once or twice like at a con. I remember like sitting down somewhere and like behind me or something. I remember like these maybe 14-year-old kids saying something, maybe something happening in front of us, and like they're just saying to their friends like that moment when you dead to death. It's like, why are you saying that out loud? And it's supposed to be an online meme. Like, just the fact that you're saying it out loud is just cringeworthy. Sorry, Leafy is here thing, but it's just it's unnecessary to say that kind of stuff out loud.
Saying the
That
word
moment when
cringe,
you did.
saying the word cringeworthy has its necessary times of being used,
Yeah,
but I feel like
I just
it's
don't find it
used to
funny like saying
explain
that thing
things.
out loud. I don't know.
I feel like the word cringe has been used so often to explain things that people don't like that the word cringeworthy
I
has
can't think of
become
another
cringeworthy.
name, another word to use for this though.
I'm not giving you a hard time for saying cringeworthy
Okay,
because that was a reasonable place. Now, when you say like Batman putting his hands on his hip was cringeworthy, like, okay, I think you're pushing the definition of that word a
it
little
just
bit.
looked awkward. It
But
was weird. It was cringy.
awkward's better than cringeworthy. Say it looked
Same thing,
awkward.
kinda.
Not really.
God damn
With
it, Mike.
same category, I guess. No, like, but people I'm friends with, and they think it's so funny, and they're just laughing their asses off. Still spam that fucking John Cena meme.
Oh, dude.
Let it die. It was funny. It was, but it let it die.
I haven't watched Jack's films in forever. Like, does he still do it?
He said that like he said in a video like a good 2 or 3 months ago, saying, "Okay, guys, I think it's finally time that we let the John Cena
And then he
jokes
showed
like
it one
get a
last time.
rest." Yeah, they had a great run,
Yeah.
but that's it. He didn't have like a tribute to
Okay.
them or anything like he did with the Leonardo DiCaprio actors, but
That would have been great. All like all in
I
black
mean,
and white, like in the arms of an angel. Let's
but
see.
he actually, from what my knowledge, he hasn't made more John Cena jokes since then.
There's a part two to this question, but I think we already answered it. Like, which ones do you find annoying but can't get out of your head if there are any? I think we just
John
answered that.
Cena one doesn't get stuck in my head. Memes don't typically get
Yeah.
stuck in my head, but I just hear it constantly because people still think it's funny,
They're not important
and
to
it's not.
us. They're just not. We don't care much for them.
That's the only one I can think of that I have a great hatred for because I feel like most memes disappear by then.
Oh yeah, they go
Um,
by after like a
uh,
month or two.
John Cena though has like
Less.
it's not as big, but it still exists, and it shouldn't.
Wait till 2017.
The
We'll
prank
see.
John Cena prank phone call is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
The only time I still find it funny is when Max Mofo or iDubbbz or Filthy Frank use that doll, throw it at one another, and just have the
Well,
theme in the background. Like that's funny.
that wasn't funny because they played the John Cena
I know, but
theme song
it's
and
just because it's
not
just
playing the
still
John
like
Cena clip.
referencing the thing still and
It
like
was funny.
doing it in their own way at least. Like they're
Yeah,
still
and it was
being more
funny because they
creative
did
with it.
something different.
It's like a freaking doll, and they use it as a prop like all the time. Like they never throw out that doll. That doll and another WWE one, but yeah, it's great. Um, oh, a question for me, Zach. What is your opinion on the overall Hydra threat? Oh boy. Well, if you've seen Civil War, they're not really that much of a thing anymore, so I don't think they're that bad. I think Cap took care of them. And by the way, Hell Hydra, I know you're the last one standing. I will come find you, and I will
Oh
come to kill
shit.
you. I'll do it. You're the only survivor of Hydra. I'll take care of the extinction. You're like the Nazis, and I'm a Jew. I can't have that around, bro. All right. What would it? Oh, this I love this question. I really hope you answer this happily. What would it be like if Nick was on the DuckCast?
um,
I would love that.
no, I'd like that. he's my friend. I've known him for 13 years. He would be more likely to appear on something like Derailed, since me and him could actually meet up in person do it. If Zachary, the only thing with DuckCast though is that would be he wouldn't be able to speak to Zachary then, because Zachary, like, unless if we actually meet up someday, he'll never be on Derailed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing it over Skype. So that'd be the one reason I have Nick on DuckCast, is so him and Zach could communicate. Nick will definitely be in Derailed, and probably very soon. Yeah, he'll likely be in an episode of Derailed, though. No, I bet he'd be on the DuckCast someday. I don't know what it'd be like. I mean, Nick has the tendency to be uninvolved and extremely involved, so he might come on and just be kind of shy and be on his phone. Like, when I say shy, I mean uninterested, and just kind of be on his phone and not really communicate.
Well,
if he didn't have a
we'll keep saying his name over and over and have him talk through the whole DuckCast.
More likely, though, that he would be speaking a lot, and it probably would be a very silly DuckCast.
Yeah.
Derailed, I feel like he'd be more down to earth because it would just be me and him. But if you add like a third person, that's when he starts to like try and be funny more. And I'm sure that'd be a funny DuckCast.
Yeah.
So maybe some.
This one.
Brent makes a little bit more sense. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying.
It's fine. I'm just trying to get this over with here.
Yeah. With Brent. He made a little bit more sense that one, because even though he's a cast member, he doesn't live near me anymore, so he could not be on Derailed unless he was visiting.
Yeah.
He might be moving back pretty soon, I believe, him and Joanne, but I don't know for sure. But with Nick, like, it's like that's why Brent was on DuckCast. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Next question.
This next question I really can't answer because I don't really care much for the fandom, but I don't know about you. Out of all the Mortal Kombat fatalities, which member would you use one on, and what fatality? Because there's a lot I can picture Michael doing to some of the others.
I apologize, Hail Hydra. I have played very little Mortal Kombat. I don't know any of them.
I know who Sub-Zero is. I know who Reptile is.
Yep. I remember watching a show called Morty Kombat.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's canon. That's exactly what we're talking about. All right,
so
moving on.
It was pretty funny, actually.
If you were to have a fictional voice, whose voice would it be? Well, technically there's no such thing as a fictional voice because there's voice actors for those voices, and those are real people's voices. So...
You mean, like, who would I want to voice act me?
No, just if you had the voice of a fictional character, just their voice. I'd like a deeper voice.
Definitely one that could sing. Definitely a character that could sing. Because I would love to be able to sing. I can't, but I would love to.
Death metal.
I'm trying to think of a specific character. Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls.
Oh my god.
Make that my voice. No, I would just pick a character. I would have to, like, just listen to a bunch of characters and their singing voices and, like, pick one that had a good voice so I could finally have a decent singing voice.
JonTron has a very distinct voice.
Yeah. But, like, are we supposed to, like, be picking a fictional character or just, like, any voice?
Oh, right, that's right, fictional. JonTron's not real. I don't know.
I don't think I'd want John's voice, though.
Pinky and the Brain, I don't know.
You want to have both of their voices, like, at once, like a combination.
Yeah, like that very creepy, like, satanic sound to it, like both two voices talking at the same time.
Deep voice and the high voice.
Oh my god. That'd be rad. Honey, what would you like for dinner? Chicken!
I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think of, like,
think very hard about this, because we got...
I am...
How many questions do we have? Oh, not that many, actually. We're very close to the end. So far we're over, like, this is like the longest DuckCast we've ever had. Which is
I think I
expected
it to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm cool with doing longer specials for the Q&As, and we will do more Q&As, but we'll probably, like, make more announcements. It's gonna be in the future.
We'll spread them out every 3 to 5 episodes, maybe more. Who knows? Depends on, like, our schedules. It depends on, like, how many topics we really want to talk about, honestly. But yeah.
Should we do Mackle and Smorty next time, or should we just go back to a topicless special?
I don't care. How about we focus on the question right now? Unless if you want to skip it.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, you want
I'm
to
trying to
skip
think
it?
of a character. If I have one, I'll think about it and I'll
Okay.
answer it next Duckcast.
Okay, you won't.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
And
Fuck
if
you, piece of shit.
I heard you the first time.
Fuck you.
I heard you.
I hope you go to Jewish hell.
There's no such thing. We don't believe in that. If you were to have one superpower, which one would it be? Super speed, obviously. It's great. It's
I,
great power.
well,
Except for the
I
whiplash. You would probably break your neck upon movement, but you know.
you wouldn't want to fly.
I'm afraid of heights, so no.
I
Definitely
don't.
not.
I guess
Because
um,
super speed, you could like run on water and stuff. It's like, that's awesome. You could be like Jesus.
super speed would be cool, but I feel like you could easily, because of that, like there'd be a downfall. Like, because you'd be going so fast, you could like run into someone and fucking kill them.
You're so fast, your senses are intact, and you're like, you know what's around you at all times.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like everything's in slow mo, you idiot. Freaking god, people.
So this point I'm going fast
Pennsylvanians.
then.
What's up? What'd you say? Huh? Want to repeat that? What'd you say, bruh?
Let me think.
God damn it.
Like flying would be really cool. I feel like it would be that.
What if you... you just be flying and like you look at these birds crapping on people from like posts and you're like, I know my calling card now. That's what you do with your power.
Flying would be so fucking cool
Just
though.
pull
It'd be
down
like,
your pants all day, just crap on people's shoulders, on their cars, everything.
I don't really know how much good I could do with flying, but like I might regret it actually because
You
like
could get shot down very easily with flying.
if you were in,
Super speed, you can't
yeah,
touch you.
well,
Like flying,
that's
it's
another
like, oh,
well,
there's the guy, boom, done.
like another awesome superpower would be invisible. Another awesome superpower would be able to like okay, this
Well, you
one
need only
I
one
would have
power. He only said one power. You
I
can't
know,
like
I know.
add
I'm like
on.
naming
Don't be
others. I'm
greedy.
naming others that would be cool. Like no, this one I would never pick. But I think one that would be cool to have is like to be able to breathe underwater. Just like be underwater. But that one you would not pick
Aquaman.
that one.
That would be the most boring power ever. You dunk your head in a fish tank. You'd be like looking around. You'd be like, well, that's it.
No,
No,
no. If
I
you like to swim, that'd be
I honestly
perfect.
do not think your whole life will change once you dunk your head in water and can breathe. You can do that while doing this and opening your eyes underwater. You could do that. You can see underwater. Breathing is no difference. It's just longer looking at water for a
You're
longer
missing
duration.
the point. You have to be so negative.
You want to be in the ocean? Fine, get eaten up by sharks. You won't be breathing for that long if you get eaten up.
All right, you know what?
Being
Fuck you. We're going to
realistic.
the next question.
Where am I? If you were to have the powers of abilities of a character, what? God, it's a weird. It's a run-on sentence. The abilities of the character, of the thing, of the plan, of the guy, of the thing, of the. What character powers would you like to have? That's kind of the same thing. We just powers from a character, maybe is what he's asking.
Um,
Like the Flash or whatever the heck. So that would be like a combination of a bunch of powers then.
so like we take all their powers then.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd
I
like to
mean
have God's powers because he has everything. He
Kirby.
does all.
I could consume anyone's powers and use it to my advantage.
That's OP. What if there's another guy who's also OP? So it's
I
like,
can also float by moving my arms up, but only for a little bit.
what happens if two OP guys just go off against each other, just like create a paradox or something of this whole like.
Kirby can also turn into a rock and smash people.
Okay, so you want to be Kirby?
I want to be Kirby.
You
I
want to
definitely want to be Kirby.
you want to spam moves as Kirby? Okay. Cool, cool.
You can spam move with every fucking character.
Yes, but most people use with Kirby spamming, so I'm just saying.
Kirby's an easy. Pikachu's the most common though.
Well, that down B. There's really nothing else. Uh, if you had those powers, what would you use them for?
Evil.
Yeah. Moving on. If you were to be one villain, who would you be?
Didn't we answer this?
It's to be one villain, so I guess it's like if you want to be a certain fictional villain.
We answered that. I said I don't want to be. I said Professor Chaos.
Okay.
We answered.
What would you enjoy doing the most as him or her being evil?
We answered this.
Well, it's here. That's it. We finished the
Wait, we don't
Q&A.
have anything left.
Nope. Nope skis.
I'm gonna double check real quick because that doesn't
You're
seem
gonna take
right.
the rest of like however long this already is to look up every single video, making sure you look at the more replies thing, making sure you read everything like a douche while
Exploding
I'm
Duck
here
Brigade.
just
Oh,
like looking like I don't know what to do. I could click stop recording, but no.
God damn, you are being irritating today.
You are being too buttery today.
You might be right. That might be everything. I felt like there was a few more. I'm gonna look. I might be. I'm
Buttery.
probably wrong. But I'm still
I
checking.
got everything. I made sure. I I checked. I did the thing. So while Mike's looking up, which he'll most likely not find anything, just a reminder, uh, another announcement for a Q&A maybe after 3 or 5 more episodes of DuckCast. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Uh, anything you want to
Okay, no,
say?
you're right. You're right. That was everything.
Oh,
That
really?
was.
Really now?
Yeah.
You want to check your
Yeah.
Facebook just in case? Huh? You want to check your Facebook? Your goddamn Facebook? Want to check the book faces? Oh. I feel like almost every other duckcast, we end the calls like this. I just remember this is now showing the night Dad went to jail. Uh, I like this one too. If I can just, if it'll just open up. Yeah, Daddy, look, I used face swap. Don't they look great as a dog? You know, that's funny. Yeah. All right, bye.